All right, hello everyone. I realise this is not the usual thing, but we are here.
No, this is an even worse batch.
The objectively
strength
bad
in fucking
batch,
numbers.
but slightly worse than it was before. I don't know what the acronym for that is, but it must taste delicious. Hello, Summer.
The just disappointing batch. Hey, Summer.
The less tasty batch.
The also here batch.
The batch where an attempt was made.
Let me know if you hear
No, that's
cars
totally
and stuff in the background. I just realised my windows are still open. But yes, why not go to the screen of GAM? Not the screen
I'm
of
pretty sure
GAM.
your noise gate is doing its job. Even between you speaking, it's quite
Yeah.
What?
It's doing its shit.
Because I mentioned the... Yeah, sorry. I'd moved on in my mind and forgotten what the previous topic of conversation was.
It was food and snacks and hunger, and you were saying that the pizza shorts that you're all wearing are going to be tempting.
Yes.
It's not pizza that I'm craving. I'm craving chicken wings, and what I'm going to do tomorrow while Lynn's on night shift is I've told myself no, just eat, no deliver takeaways because I want to eat better and they cost a fucking fortune.
But first,
You
chicken
know.
wings.
But there's a place, but all the takeaways are in Kirky High Street, so nothing's more than 10 minutes away. So for my dinner tomorrow evening, because we finished all our HelloFresh bags, I can take a nice walk up to. Oh, you're being a good pup now. Sorry, my dog. I'm just watching him at the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea is to walk up, get myself some fucking wings, because they're not actually that bad for you. In the grand scheme of shit that I have eaten in my life.
I was going to say, is there some kind of caveat where if you go and walk and get the wings yourself, it's somehow less bad?
Well, I'm not paying a fucking delivery fee.
Okay, that's a start.
And also the energy
And
of
if
walking up there.
It's not even so much for health reasons. Like I'm not eating chocolate anymore, which is lovely. Hey, Pixie Coo.
Hello,
Pixie.
Pixie
So the
Coo.
truth, I'm not associating you, Pixie, with eating chocolate. That's just how my brain will switch from one subject to the other and not give me any fucking warning. No, it's more like I'm trying to come off takeaways because they're expensive as shit. I'm trying to come off Diet Coke because I was drinking well, not come off, but very much cut down because I was drinking double figures worth of cans a day. And then I tried to go cold turkey. I'm really good at climbing stairs.
There it is.
No, I was just chain drinking that shit. And to the point where when I tried to go cold turkey, I literally got back pains from my kidneys going, what the hell are you doing?
Let's see, I would have said headache.
Oh, that came too.
Oh,
It wasn't
fun.
just back pain. There was headache, there was nausea, there was tired,
Christ.
Lindsay Jayla. It's not his real names here. Oh, am I gonna stay? Oh, god damn thing. So I'm getting smacked. Yeah, literally just in her paramedicine voice was just drink some Diet Coke, you look ill. You are obviously not well.
You've got the consumption, son.
He didn't have the consumption, that was the
Consumption
problem.
got me. I will say I'm very proud that we've cut it down to 4 cans a day.
Yay!
That is a hell of an
I was
improvement
going to say,
considering.
Pixie, it's not even sugar, it was just the caffeine content. Because it was Diet Coke, which is sugar-free. I'm so glad it wasn't sugary Coke, or I'd have diabetes and be dead right by now.
Yeah,
I don't know, I'm still alive.
I don't know how.
Yeah, in some
Nor do
senses,
I.
what's it called? The sugar-free can almost be as bad because it's still a food, an appetite, what's the word I'm looking for?
Suppressant?
It makes you more hungry.
Oh, that's the other thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
an appetite not suppressant.
yeah,
Suppressant and...
excitant.
Yes. Also, hello,
I would say I
Pixie
don't
Coo,
know how
hello,
you're
BTR.
still alive and the size you are, Foo.
I
you
was
must have
not
a
drinking
farmer
double
and
digits
fantastic-
a day. In fact, I
Still
think I
though,
was really
you-
only having
you must-
3 at most.
Oh, that's fine. 4 I feel is reasonable, and they line up with the animals' feeding times. So I feed myself at the same time.
As I said last night,
very organised.
Pavlov's Diet Coke.
Exactly. I have been. I can feel myself looking forward to it. Just going, oh, I'm ganting for that kind of diet, which is worrying. But at least I've got enough willpower to deal with it. The fuck is Block Party? Is this a new one?
Could be. Meanwhile, yeah, I'm more of a.
Oh
Pepsi
no, I
Max.
think I've seen.
Oh, I'm more of a
Oh,
Pepsi
yeah.
Max kid.
Sorry, what did you say, Rizal? I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I like Pepsi Max rather than Diet Coke.
Ah, yes.
But I've always found me and caffeine has a very interesting relationship in the sense that I could drink one at midnight and then fall asleep 10 minutes later.
I don't get
Seen
it.
this happen.
Oh, I see. It's the wall.
Yeah.
The what?
BTR, no, the Diet Cokes and such likes have sugar substitutes. But as we've established, a lot of them behave the same way. Or make the body do the same thing.
And they're not as bad as actual sugar, but they still do similar things to your appetite. Know what to do.
I am perfectly happy to have that regular ass sugar myself, even though it is, thanks to the sugar tax, more expensive around these parts.
Indeed. But yeah, my point was, eventually, like, can I justify wings? Yeah. Actually, chicken wings in particular, when I was doing the keto diet, came in really handy, because that's basically meat and cheese and vegetables. Like, you're trying to cut your carbs to below a certain amount, either fewer than 50 or fewer than 20 grams a day. When I first did it, I was full on 20. I felt sick for 2 weeks. But when I was hungry and I wanted something like tasty but feeling trashy, well, chicken wings are just fucking chicken, aren't they? So they were fine. They were kind of a saving grace.
I'm starting to think that in terms of
Like, they
consuming
weren't
carbs, I think I might manage 20 grams on the flapjack bites alone.
Yeah, you will. A Greg sausage roll, for example, is 24 grams of carbohydrates. Which led to the knowledge that if I behaved myself for the rest of the day entirely, I could technically eat 2 Greg sausage rolls and still be in keto and ketosis. I love that bringing a revolution. Regular ass sugar? No, he goes to Waitrose for his.
You
I'm sure you
take
don't.
that back right now.
The closest we have is Sainsbury's, like, even in that fucking region.
Hmm.
Even nowhere near Waitrose is, I'd feel uncomfortable going in.
I mean,
what's it called?
we're probably closer to Morrison's. Don't know where, but
Somewhere.
Ew. Morrison's
You'll turn a
is
corner.
shite.
You'll turn a corner and suddenly you'll be there. Morrison's.
It's like, yeah,
Well,
going
it's
to
not
Morrison's is
Scott
like being in the 90s in a bad way.
Dodge the
I never
flying
thought I'd say
foot
that.
and race up the conveyor belt.
it's a very
Wait,
short
these are
level.
new games.
And we made it through that other one quite easily.
Oh, you said it now. Right, so they're
I
firing
see.
I
fruit
was talking
and
about the
logs at
previous
us.
one.
So it's the fucking Travelator from Gladiators, except from from hell.
Yes.
So it's the
Fuck off,
Travelator
watermelon.
from... I mean, you don't remember Wolf having to dodge
Wait.
giant bananas? Am I making that up in my head?
That
That
fuck
sounds
off,
very
Brooks.
into knockout.
That's a show I would have watched, though. Just
I mean, honestly,
let's
we
be
may
honest.
just have to link you an old episode of It's a Knockout because it's not that fucking
Oh my
far
god,
off.
yeah.
I was going to
I'm
say, I think I qualified last. Oh, thank God. I think Jayla and I did watch a lot of Gladiators throughout the pandemic, so if that happened on an episode, we would have known. Like, literally every evening we were in the house, we're just like, Gladiators? Yeah, okay. We just literally sat like it was a Saturday afternoon in the 90s on ITV and watched that shit.
Yeah,
Harris, down.
Did we lose food?
Down.
you did.
Love you, son, but lie down. Yeah, lie down, pal. Come on.
Self-defense against fruit. First, you walk up the Travelator.
Oh fuck, we've got to the end.
Yeah.
We've got to the end very quickly.
Yeah, I thought we had a fairly
like it.
full complement of players and all.
We lost
Yeah.
a lot of people to the fruit.
All right. Following the hippo, he knows what to do. Oh, bad
no, I
luck
went the
on
wrong
that.
way.
First hurdle is the one that does not go down. Luckily, he can look ahead and see somebody's knocked down the door for him. He's got a straight run so far through the gap.
Oh.
No, unfortunately, that advantage did not help him because he went to the wrong door. But
Yep,
they all look the
he
goddamn same,
absolutely
so
fucked
that
it.
does not help. Okay, trailing behind at the moment, but there's still time to make it up. Into the hammers of fuck, and straight ahead into the I don't even know what to call this thing. I think the door's on the other side.
Of heck?
The fuck drums.
The fuck
The
drums.
yes. Fuck you, drums.
Someone got there fast.
Yeah.
I think you would have been
Someone's
in about
using
fourth
their
place
hats.
on that.
He's using a hula hoop.
Well done to this samurai boy. Report player.
Report player. Just this guy.
Still, you got
The username
pretty close to the
Temple
end.
Level 1. Yeah.
I was still aghast when I found that people cheated at Fall Guys. Who would cheat at this
What?
game?
Why?
Remember, it must have been ages ago now, but there were people blatantly like had hacked it. We're just like, it's Fall Guys. You fucking behave.
Did 3.5 levels of experience from going all the way up to there. What the fudge?
Well, pretty much any game like that, people are gonna cheat. It's a weird fact. Sad thing is, I imagine some people making the cheats are just doing it for the challenge. They don't actually want to ruin anybody else's day, but just like, no, I want the technical challenge of doing this. Passing the cheat on to other
It's like-
people, that might be where they're falling down morally.
I say fuck him. It's like smoking weed in Disneyland. You behave. It's Disney.
That is a weirdly specific example.
Oh, because it happened.
I figured.
Not that I did it, but on our honeymoon, like we're at Euro Disney, the nice Jayla and I, and we're walking. It's night time, and we're walking back to the hotel. So you walk through the Disney Village, and it's night time. It's all lit up, and then you walk past the big hot air balloon, which is sort of illuminated as well, and it's really nice.
Oh.
And then as we're walking by, the pair of us are just like, "The fuck is that?" And we look over, and there's two guys like skinning up at the side of the lake, and we're just like, "But it's like pearls clutched. It's Disney. You don't do that here. Like, neither of us are strangers to the stuff, but like, there are children about here."
Also,
Oh,
interestingly enough, if you were doing sniffing noises there, they didn't come through on the mic.
I was, and oh bugger, I was trying really hard to sniff loudly, but I don't think it came through.
No, it happens. I just thought it was interesting.
Clearly, my limiter's on as well.
Sometimes I don't think applause comes through my noise gate. Like, okay, that applause was slightly dulled by my compression gloves, but should probably have still been audible.
Didn't hear nothing.
No, I heard fuck all.
And it's not even that weird NVIDIA one that runs through the graphics card, where literally like somebody had a fan up to the microphone and they were hitting a hammer off their desk, and it was just their voice coming through. Which is a hell of a way to advertise that feature. That was a flex.
I was going to say, I'm not going to try that like I like my desk.
You're not going to make it any worse than it was. I have lots of experience with that desk. Oh, you don't?
No, I remember I got the L-shaped one. Have you not seen it?
Yes.
I don't think I have.
Well, at some point you're going to have to bring down a mouse mat because the lovely Jayla's got the car, so you'll be able to...
Like, where are we at just now? Because, like, I'm giving you a mouse mat, you're giving me that PS1 cleaning disc. Are there any other items of exchange that we're forgetting?
Probably.
Okay, how does one change the type of game we're going in for? Because it's not telling me the button prompt.
6, but I've just changed it. So now just main show.
Main show. There we go. I'm ready to do the show.
I know how to main.
You settling down in the wee cat bed? Good boy. That's a good boy.
Oh,
Except you are marked as not ready.
He's distracted by cats. This is understandable.
I am.
Cats and dog. Yes.
That's fucking weird. I'm showing up as ready on mine. Not ready. Ready. Let's try that again.
Ready,
and then we
ready.
go. That was odd. I was ready and was saying I wasn't. Son of a bitch. Set me up.
Bizarre.
These fuckers. Turns out the fall guy was me all along.
So, did anybody try watching the rebooted Gladiators? Because I heard it existed and that was about it.
I think I watched like 20 minutes of it, went like on YouTube years later, and I was like, "This is bad."
No, like
Or it's just not.
the remake of It's a Knockout. Yes. This is very bad.
It was just, they were kind of a time. There's something about gladiators that can only be enjoyed in that 90s context, either at the time or you remember it and it brings back that 90s kind of vibe. You couldn't do it again today. It just doesn't. Something about it just. It would be the wrong kind of corny today, but it was the right kind of corny back then.
I mean, there's another one that It's a Knockout suffers from, which is slightly more stringent health and safety laws.
Oh god, yeah, you'd be able to fuck all on it now.
They are only able to do it in Malaysia.
Yeah, for the reboot.
And in some, yeah.
You wonder how Takeshi's Castle's still going then. People must have fucking died on that.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt in my mind.
100%.
That and a pyramid on gladiators, like, really fucked people up.
I mean, there's one from American Gladiators where one of the gladiators gets knocked off a ledge or something. I don't remember the exact point of the game. That was probably it. But he lands on his back and ends up kneeing himself in the face.
Oh. Poor man. No, I'm sure Pyramid broke more than one neck. Let's go, Hippo.
Let's go, Hippo. Beep, 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 beep.
And also others in the batch, but, you know, I'm a hippo, so... I'm a fucking hippo!
Malicious mallard.
I know what to do!
Mallard of Malice.
I hate to say it, but this is going suspiciously well for me.
Oh, it is. I can see you ahead of me.
And it went very badly all of a sudden.
Okay, up we go.
There we go, sorted it. Should still get in with a bit of luck. Oh, that's actually a lot of people ahead of me. More than I thought there would be.
Ah, get these balls out my way.
Through!
Yay!
Oh, I'm in trouble. I might just... Yeah, I think I'm going to make it through. Oh.
Auto-kneeing should only be done by professionals using proper safety equipment.
I don't know, would a plastic cap make it better or worse? I think worse actually, your knees are pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, so was my nose at one point.
That wasn't a knee, that was the stairs at Haymarket.
Yeah. Did we ever come to a consensus as to what that was made of? I think at the last count it was a concrete step with a metal plate on it. Is that right?
I think
it did break your nose.
It was hard enough, put it that way. I mean, I wasn't there at the time, so... I'm surprised you even... Well, I know you've been... Do you actually remember it, or...?
I remember pretty much up to the point of impact and then nothing.
Ah, I see. Because you'd have been like 2 or something. Like, you'd been really young. Oh, the bubbles one. This sucks.
Like, that's my earliest memory. Being hit in the... in the yes. Ah! Hate these levels.
Piss off, Bubbles.
No, come here, Bubbles.
We want the bubbles. The bubbles are our friends. Ow.
Acquaintances more than anything. You like they're required, but you wouldn't hang out with them outside.
Yeah, we work together.
Sorry, folks. At a certain point, we just need to concentrate on bubbles.
Round. No more bubbles there. Over there. All right. See the weird frog thing.
There's so many instances where, like, I fucking got that bubble.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you little diving
Oh, damn
shit.
it, qualified.
Nice.
Somehow, I never usually qualify in these levels. Concentrating sounds dangerous, yes. It does, doesn't it? That's why I never do it.
I need 5 more. I need 5
Even
more.
at work.
I'm the same.
If I'm taking something seriously, you know things have got really fucked up.
What are you talking
If I'm
about?
being
Video games are
lackadaisical-
100% serious all of the time.
No, I mean at work.
Super serial.
Like, if I've got a very serious face on at work, usually there's a crisis. If I'm being lackadaisical, usually I'm actually doing my job.
Oh,
Those are usually harder than noses, even if nose is very hard. Quite right. Can confirm, have scar to prove. Very mild scar, which I don't know if that's down to some excellent work on medical professionals' part, or the fact that it was, 30 odd years ago.
Many years ago. Yeah.
Well, it would have been the late 80s, so it was probably before the NHS was being systematically defunded. So yeah, they may have had the resources to really fix that shit up.
I feel like that's an easy
Right,
one,
you
though.
would
It's
too.
like, help
Toddlers
this child.
bounce.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that I didn't realize your nose
Well,
was even
well maybe
broken
they
until you
bounce, I
told me
don't
it was.
remember.
And I was like, huh? I guess.
And what is this shit? Maybe the scar died of old age? No, well, maybe the majority of the scar, but it's still there. It's just like a hairline type of thing.
Okay, so there seems to be slicey blade.
Oh, fuck,
and
eliminated.
fruit.
Same.
And-
Melon dude.
Well,
I got fucking meloned.
I too succumbed to melon.
It's melancholy is what it is.
Way.
I'm going to
So-
hell.
We're all out, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
How is your download of Generation Zero doing, Rizalka?
Mine, it's still at 10 gigs, but now it's going a bit slower. Before it was going at 13 megabytes a second, now it's at 7.
Ah well.
we may have been a bit
I'm sure
optimistic.
we'll get to it. I'm sure we'll get to it by the time the hour's up, at least. Like 1 hour Fall Guys, 1 hour of this game where was it would fight big robots in 80s Sweden, is it?
That's pretty much it,
Operation
yeah.
Zero when I first looked for it, so
Sweet.
it's like, Operation Zero, found nothing. Oh, Generation Zero.
It turns out they're different words.
I'm dyslexic.
Mm-hmm.
Probable ADHD, but ain't probably never gonna
We all
get
took
it.
that box.
Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't amongst people like us?
I should at some point actually set a GP appointment to go, yeah, I don't think my brain works.
I should do
It works
that
enough
as
to get
well.
by, but
Like,
it
at a
works
certain
enough.
point,
I've
I
got a
was...
marriage and a house.
To a certain point, I was like, look, I've survived this long without the diagnosis. It's probably not going to bring me much benefit. And then someone we both know who's older than both of us, I believe, got a diagnosis for autism, I believe it was, and discovered that they were like, oh, that's why I do this thing. And things like that. So it sounds like it might actually be of some benefit. First of all, actually, look up some symptoms and traits and see if anything matches up, rather than just being vaguely told, maybe that thing, for years and years.
One thing I found when I've been kind of looking into it, I guess it's for autism and ADHD, I was just looking at YouTube videos of people saying about getting a diagnosis, and they said once you do like your AQ tests and stuff online to get a baseline, which I can't remember what mine is, but they're definitely on there, is like just think of like times and scenarios and stuff that kind of fit in with that, or stuff that made you think, hold on, maybe, so that fucking walls in the way. So that when you do go to your GP, it's not just, I've got like the Star Wars, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
Like, you've actually got, like, examples almost like a job interview. Like, tell me about a time in which...
Frankly,
Well,
I do
thing
that
is
when
that,
I go to the GP for anything, so...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like, what's it called? Because, like, I had a couple of times both during primary school and high school where I just went, I ain't fucking doing homework, because fuck this shit.
oh, yeah, I had that.
And what's that called? The guidance counsel, the teachers at school were like, yeah, maybe take your daughter to see if she's got a learning difficulty. And they after like one appointment, the lady went, oh, she's definitely dyslexic. I think she might have also ADHD, and my dad just went, "No, that's a scam. We're going now."
Your dad's the actual licensed doctor.
Doctor, yes.
I genuinely feel that my not doing homework at high school after a certain point was proof I didn't have a learning disability. So when I worked out, you set as the homework, then we turn up, and then we get to mark our own homework. Well, why the fuck would I do it? I know in theory it's so I'm practicing the thing and getting better at it, but I was just like, I don't want to fucking be here. I'm only here because people expect me to go to uni, so...
Which class was that?
This was, I think, the latter... It was maths. I can't remember whether it was... I think it was higher maths. Yeah, it was higher maths is what it was. I didn't do advanced higher because I don't hate myself.
Oh, no.
Apparently I did.
My dad hates me. My dad hates me, so I had to do advanced maths.
Oh no, tell a lie. I didn't do advanced maths. I was planning to because I hate myself, but I didn't get the grades in 5th year. So I resat it in 6th year so I could get into uni on that basis. I hate maths. What the fuck was I thinking?
I was going to say, like, doesn't your job require a certain amount of it?
Again, what the fuck was I thinking? Now, it's not all maths all the time. Like, a lot of my course was the kind of maths you would need if you were making your own game engine. And this is in a period before Unreal and Unity and that kind of thing got as ubiquitous as they are.
Yeah, as it is, like, that was, when you started, it was like Unreal 1, basically.
I think
maybe
it
Unreal
just
2?
made it to Unreal 2 because Invisible War was out at that point. And I suppose actual Unreal 2. Well, I'm dead.
That goes for... This conveyor belt's got rid of one brother, will it get rid of another?
You like mechanics and pure maths, you hated stats. I will not go down! You will not take me down!
If only we were on Jayla's channel, we could have that sound clip too.
Yeah, what's that called? Because I was like, oh, when my school was like, yeah, we've got this thing called foundation maths, which is just, you know, like basic algebra and math. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. That sounds fine. That sounds like a fun time. My dad goes, no child of mine is not doing specialist maths.
Oh, no.
Like, oh, fuck.
Can you do specialist maths? You fuck?
He can. It's the one thing he seems to be good at.
And yeah, getting him to pay a fucking bill.
There we go. Qualified.
Yeah. Can you have brain enhancement device instead of a diagnosis, or are they kind of the same? If they're going on offer, pick one up for me, please.
Yeah, like if you're going down the shop anyway, essentially, and
get us a bag of chips while you're up.
Aye.
But yeah, I got through I did specialist maths enough to work out that because I was doing so many other subjects in high school, I didn't actually need it. So, I had natural enough skill that I was getting just a C just from like not doing homework for math.
See, that was the big thing for me in high school, is figuring out the point at which I actually had to start studying. I coasted up to a certain point, and then I suddenly had to learn how to study, and that was a rude awakening.
No,
there's not many of us at the end.
Ooh.
I had 2 perfect subjects, which is that I got perfect A's for 2 exact subjects, and I went, fuck math.
I got straight A's for everything, I think, except PE, and you know, I hated to break the streak, but I was kind of fine with it.
Like, I'll live. The BAMs can have it.
And there were BAMs. I don't even know what the fuck it was graded on. So I do remember like some in-class stuff and that kind of thing, but I don't know if that was actual stuff they had to teach us or if it was just like rainy day shit.
But you know, so like my final math exam, I was already into my university course, so I literally just decided to drool over it.
But what did you draw?
I drew a picture saying I will be known for other things, not math. It wasn't my.
And you are.
Essay.
You're known for FMV titty games.
Yep, and children's games.
I'm just laughing. Actually, we're talking about the getting a kind of autism or ADHD diagnosis and having examples, what I've actually been doing is when something comes to mind, I write it down in my iPhone Notes app, but because I'm me and I get bored, I've written them down as anecdotes essentially, or stories as opposed to a thing, and one of them just says, how on earth did I learn to draw Sonic the Hedgehog so well as a child that I can still do it from memory now? And it's true, I can.
I have similar things sometimes, leaving notes to myself. But it's a weirdly abusive example. Like, it doesn't normally take that tone, but it's just like, you know, like, take the laundry and you fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that, yeah. My work calendar sometimes does that, and I'm like, oh wait, I might get in trouble.
I've even got one that's just like, you know what to do, idiot.
You know what to do.
And it's like, I wrote that last week. I don't remember what to do. Please help me.
No, I knew what to do, then I forgot what to do.
It's like, I'm gonna remember that.
You know what? This is a problem for future me, and fuck that person.
I like this one actually. Just it starts off sad. Like, as a child, it felt like there was an invisible language that everybody else automatically understood, and I could never grasp. Pivoting to, at first I put this down to not giving a fuck about football, but looking back, I've always maintained in Scotland, it's at least for our childhood, like, football was like the universal language amongst men folk. If you weren't interested in it, it was so socially debilitating. There must have been people who just pretended to like it to fit in, but apparently I wasn't smart enough to do that. There wasn't an internet where I could just read the results and read the crib notes.
Yeah, I mean, like, certainly, like, my childhood, because my family actively followed a team, because, so, like, they would go to football every Saturday. When I was little, I would go with sit with my grandmother and watch really old movies, which is where I got my love of the really weird old shit. But, after she passed, it was, no, unfortunately, we've got no one to look after you, so, you're coming with us. And I would literally go with a bag of activities every single week.
Yeah. That would have been me. I'd have been gluing Warhammer miniatures together or some shit.
These were pre-laptop days, so it would be like a bag of books. And then it kind of actually, my cousins and my siblings and I, we've got this thing we call wacky gifts, where it's just like really shit stuff, but it's somehow now funny. And I believe...
Interesting concept.
And like eventually it just ended up being something we did at Christmas. And that my brother is particularly amazing at building bizarre things.
Actually, that's a question for you, Scott. Like, how did our bad gift tradition get started? Do you remember?
I have no idea. Oh, didn't qualify. Fuck. No, I've got no clue which one of us started it. It sounds like something I would do, but I couldn't tell you what's the first one.
Like, it's not impossible that I would start it.
Yeah, I definitely remember the first wacky gift in our family, which was literally a blown up like plastic bag with a couple of kibbles in it. And I believe I said some sort of shit like this was our hopes and dreams. There's a picture of it.
Well, who can argue with that?
Yeah.
What better gift to give than hopes and dreams?
Hopes and dreams. That is a empty bag with air and kibbles.
Sounds like you were making a point about like the 2020s before they happened.
I think I was like...
Weirdly prophetic.
Very weirdly prophetic.
Go IkiFoo, go.
One of my
I failed this
one
last
of my
time.
one of my favorite ones is something my brother made. It's a dog that he cut the legs off and replaced with Superman's legs.
I hope you mean a toy dog. Like,
yeah, they're both
otherwise
toys.
I'm gonna cry.
Also, how the fuck did you cut off Superman's
the puppy
legs?
just turned up at that point, going, what?
I mean,
No,
toy
not my favorite hero.
Doesn't have the same rules.
But Daddy, who cut off Superman's legs? Who is so powerful? Has Doomsday returned? What the fuck?
Dundee. Which is
Yeah, Foo, you're fucked.
one of the nicknames.
Yeah.
Fuck me too.
Right, none of us
I was
got through
right
them.
at the exit. Do you see that? Do you see that?
Do you see?
Do you see? Yes, Club Fandango, I can see.
You'd think, given the sheer amount of Fall Guys we played on stream, at some point one of us would have got the crown, but no, never.
No, Fizz gotten the crown.
Not on stream,
stream?
right?
Yeah.
Really? Shit, I don't remember that at all. I know I've managed it off stream.
Yeah, it's only happened the once on stream. I make it sound like it will never happen ever again.
I don't think that's the worst prediction you could make, frankly. Then solid. So I'm just reading back on chat there, and I'm thinking to myself, in terms of maths, I had something and I lost it. Carry on.
Liked algebra, just basic algebra. It was comfortable. It was fun.
Oh yeah, I remember what it is now. I seem to be one of these people who I kind of need to know the point of something before I can grasp the concept. So a lot of the maths
like a
was all
qualification.
Basically, yeah, like a lot of the maths went over my head unless I knew I could apply it to something. And the first time it started making a concept like that started making sense to me was Bezier curves, which is essentially if you have a point graph, which just like dot 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 dot, there's an equation for knitting those together with certain biases to make a curved line, like a smooth curves.
We've got some love for curves in the chat. I love
Bezier
Ring
curves.
Revolution. You're saying you've got like serious beef against calculus? Like, did calculus kill your family or something?
Yes.
Calculus murdered my father.
Calculus shot my paw.
I'm going to form a band called that.
Will they do a cover of that in my truck?
I think it was when we got to stuff like exponential quadratic equation that I was just kind of like, fuck this.
Yeah, we did that in school, and although I only did higher at school, first year of uni was basically advanced higher maths. Holy shit, I'm good at picking these doors this time round, he says after hitting a bad one.
You're still currently ahead from me, but
Nope, don't go the same one, Jesus. I might be first. I may be first. I will not be first. Someone's too close.
He will not be first. He will not be first.
I will not be first. You will not let me first.
I will be second.
Hi, Calculus. I'm Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
If only we could stop calculus.
Why do we not have Princess Bride skins in Fall Guys? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question.
That would sell. I'm just saying.
I'd be Andre the Giant. I mean,
Could do.
I mean, maybe I could use his actual character name, but nah, Andre the Giant.
Honestly, I
Should be a
don't
physic.
remember
There
what
should
it
definitely
is.
be a. At the very least, physic. I think it was physic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There should definitely be a Dread Pirate Roberts skin for this.
In everything.
And a Princess Buttercup, the red dress.
Good work, Wesley. I'll most likely eliminate you in the morning. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't that what Fall Guys generally is?
Pretty
Good
much,
work.
yeah.
I might eliminate you in the morning.
He's mostly eliminated. Big difference between eliminated and mostly eliminated.
Ow, ow, ow. Fine, it's fine.
You fuckers threw a planet at me. You fuck. Ah.
Now I just have to deal with the arbitrary shape eaters.
Piss off, shapes.
They're throwing shapes? That doesn't sound
There
so
goes
bad.
me.
I mean, no, it's not.
There goes me.
Oh, nope. Into the goo I go.
Oh.
I slipped off the edge.
My man is falling a lot today, but not in any good ways.
I mean, if you come in here and not expecting falling, you are playing the wrong game.
You'd have to be somewhat naive, surely.
Yes. Speaking of wrong game, how's the download going?
9 gigs to go.
Ooh,
Yeah, they're pretty quick.
Yeah, not doing bad. Wait, Scott says you're still playing. Have I fucked up? Have I exited too soon?
No, he went down, I thought.
Yeah. I went down.
Alright, there you are.
I will go down.
I will know. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Down I went. Shit. Fuck. Well, you know. Good, I've got a sleepy cat now. He's stopped meowing and hollering.
Which one was that?
Shit ton of work to do after this. Socks. Socks was hollering at me for no reason. Sleeping fed. What I've got to do is box later on after this. I've got to do the bins. I've got to get a karate outfit. Oh, Christ. I'm never going to get to sleep.
I, for one, would like to thank
kids.
both of you for having slower downloads. It gave me time to get the laundry off the line.
Yeah. Fair.
Actually,
Good
fun
day for
thing
us,
was,
yeah.
it was a good drying day, which shows you just how middle class I've become. I will refer to sunshine and a breeze as
nothing
a
wrong
good
with that.
drying day. But fun thing, actually, there was a pigeon that just hung out in my garden for like 2 hours. A surprisingly calm one. He did have something tied. I'm assuming the gender. They did have something tied around one of their legs, like a little green band. So
It's their garden now.
yeah, probably. The cats seem to have stopped coming around quite so much.
Oh.
So maybe they thought it was safe. But yeah, just hung out. Didn't mind me getting all that close. Like, it was on the little wall of my garden, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Not so much the people watching the stream. And I was able to walk by and put stuff on the line, and they would happily just sit there.
Pigeon has a flag. No flag, no
Nope, that
garden.
means
You
yeah.
can't have one. Well, that reminds me, Foo. I remember you were talking about getting more space in terms of rooms and offices and whatnot. There is a 3-bedroom house. You know the side of the park that I'm on?
Aye.
It's like on the other side of the park.
Alright.
There is a 3-bedroom house going for about 180, which could, and it comes with a garage as well. And I was like, oh shit.
Is that in that little estate?
Yeah, the kind of newer one. It's not one of the new built houses though. It's an older one.
Alright.
As far as that, oh, falling off. As far
Because
as
there's a certain point where
right.
that becomes a slightly dodgier estate than I want to deal with.
All right, it might be in a dodgier bit, but I didn't know whether that. All I knew is like north of, basically stay out of Hairstone, stay south of that certain road. Oh god, that fucking rhino almost knocked me for 6. But I mean, if it's on Rightmove, you'll find it.
Yeah.
I think it went up yesterday.
Yeah,
About
I've
a
not
million
checked
of them
this
went up
week.
yesterday. But no, it looks, all things considered, it looked pretty good. Like I said, I would have, were I not in a similar house, I would have considered it.
Yeah, because I think of across the park, and I think there's some houses up on the hill that looked like haunted manors. I'm not saying no to them. I'm just saying it might be out of my price range.
No, this is, well, I don't know what your price range is, but this one's priced at 180. So
I think it's in the 200 somewhere. I can't remember what it was last I looked. But that's based on salary without having saved up for a deposit yet.
well, you'll be selling your house, so that'll provide your deposit.
That's true.
Unless you're going to buy 2 houses, like essentially
Um,
whatever
Yeah,
deposit.
this house is for when.
I mean,
he
the
visits.
alternative is I juggle the sale and the buying to be perfectly timed, which may be impossible, or move back in with the parents. So I'm going to leave the option of 2 houses at once on the table.
I mean, you can juggle, definitely. That's sort of... Jayla and I got lucky that we got a cash buyer who wasn't it's essentially being known as being in a chain. Like, maybe someone wants to buy your house, but they've got to sell theirs. So, you know, sometimes there's a lot of just general waiting about while everyone gets their ducks in a row. But we got lucky that ours was just a cash buyer. We're just like, no, I got the money. Fuck it, let's go. And we're like, yeah, we want to go. So, okay, we will.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
rhinos.
in the case of this place, it was a couple that were splitting up and they weren't talking to each other. So pretty much everything that happened was a bit delayed. Got there in the end, but... And unless something has happened in the past 6 months or so, I know that the house will go for more than I bought it for, which is a good start.
Yes. You'd hope so. Like, you've not completely ruined it.
Yeah. So honestly, so long as
We will
I
require
pay off
Jayla to
the...
come in and redecorate everything.
I mean,
But,
I don't like to,
paint it
pass
next
off
time,
responsibility onto somebody else, but on the other hand, I really hate painting walls.
Well, I'd
There's-
say get a professional in to paint them, but in terms of choosing, she will relish that particular challenge. She'll want to fix your house. She won't want to do the actual painting. Like, just we
Yeah.
actually got a really good painter decorator for ours, so they did a really good job. So we're happy to give that guy the work.
Yeah. But yeah, a paint job will be required. Not only in the kitchen where I threw a clementine at the wall.
Recently, or
This was a while back.
With a second to go.
Oh my god. I was a
know.
bee's dick away from being eliminated. Literally hovering above the water. And I qualified.
Nice. I unfortunately am out.
Hello again, puppy.
Oh no, it's all on
Back
me
in
now.
here.
Yep.
Hello,
You're
puppy.
out-
You
you're
brought me a
out of
sock. Oh, you brought me a sock. Thank you,
Ah.
puppy.
Good sock.
Thank you for the gift of a sock. He is now stolen the gift.
You weren't appreciative enough. I leave.
I mean, I've always said actually, when you're looking for houses around Lindsay, especially, but Kirky, January, like spring, is the best time to look because essentially, and this is really grim and really horrible, but I'm just stating it as a fact as opposed to rubbing my hands with glee. Winter kills old people.
Yeah, I figured that's might be where you were going with that.
Yeah, and so you wait till spring, you essentially get your pick of the houses that the family just want to sell. So, if you want, I always find if you want to get into an area like Lindsay, which is a bit pricier than others, yeah, like essentially a death house is a good way to go. It'll be decorated horribly from the 70s, but like if
Oh
you
my
can
God,
live with
yes.
that and
I mean,
do it
it's
up like bit by bit.
Well, one
Yeah,
advantage
better
is
than-
that like some people seem to think of a wet room type of arrangement, which a lot of these houses will have, as a negative. Is like, no, that sounds like a way easier shower to get into to me. So, not a negative in my book.
Yeah, actually. I'm still confused why my downstairs bathroom isn't some sort of wet room as opposed to just the weird toilet with the towel rail.
my ensuite's a wet room.
Mine should be. Not ensuite, just our downstairs one.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the upstairs. It's like one big room that has
Iris!
an
I'm
ensuite
gonna
bathroom.
be on mute for a second. This boy won't stop bothering me.
Okay.
Aw.
Father.
Father, I will go somewhere.
I will start peeing on things until I get attention.
But would you be looking at something that's detached? Because detached is lovely.
Detached sounds pretty good. It's a would be nice though. Like I'm not that picky with it, honestly.
Well, I suppose you've never really heard your neighbors as much. Whereas, like,
Oh no, I've heard my neighbours. The walls are a bit thin. Oh, it was so close.
so close.
Fair enough. You earned that one, mate. It was hard fought, but in the end, you managed it. Report player. Gotta run, but drive by hello world. Hello between the borders. Enjoy whatever it is you're going to do. And hello, Steel Morrigan. We didn't say hello to you when you came in.
Hello.
We were very distracted. Okay, I realise
like-
the horrible implications of this, but I'm going to nip to the bathroom very quickly, and I'll leave everybody's wonderful outfits here, and you can entertain everyone for a bit. Good job.
Hello, children.
I've changed my mind. I'll piss in my seat. No, I'm
No,
done.
gar. I will take care of people. How is everyone tonight? Do-da. He'll be quick. He always is. Ooh, that could have some bad implications. Don't tell him I said that.
Okay, we got a pee. We needed to go out.
Yay!
But upon leaving the room, he yanked the headphones and
Oh,
joypad out. So we got a bit of a shouting at for being an asshat.
Father, I need to pee.
Oh, God. Come on
Incidentally,
upstairs, puppy.
that's where Foo's gone.
Oh, I see. Oh, well. We couldn't have timed that better. We're on the hour. How is your download going?
I still have 6 gigs to go.
Son of a bitch. Oh, thank you for being on Between the Borders.
Yes,
Drive by Hello World.
he has flown by. He has flown the coop.
Fair play to him. Godspeed. We shall remember him, and if need be, we shall avenge him.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, Steel Morgan, you're in the chat. Sorry, I didn't see you until chain work is slow. Oh, your colour is the same as Pixie Coo's, and I'm reading colours more than letters, apparently.
She's pink. Pixie Tower's purple.
They looked, for me just glancing casually at it, they looked similar
Oh, yeah.
enough for me not to notice. Because I'm lazy as fuck.
So how are we
you're
doing
back.
on the download now?
I still have 6 gigs to go.
All right, that's at least one more game, I reckon.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to take a moment, have a wee stretch, a hydrate or such, an hour in seems like a good way to do it. What is being downloaded? Well,
Like, I haven't been there.
I realised that we never actually explained this on the stream. We just sort of mentioned it in the tweets. But Jayla's doing the night shift tonight, hence why she's unavailable for the bad batching. But the idea was floated that we just go ahead with it anyway. So the idea was to play something called Generation Zero, which is on Xbox Game Pass, which seems to be Fallout, but it's not exactly post-apocalyptic. It's more 1980s Sweden has just been taken over by killer robots.
She has it. So
Yeah.
she could tell us about it rather than...
I'm going to double
I'll
check
tell
the
her.
dog. He's not came back up. 2 seconds.
Okay. And yes, there's dog shenanigans going on because dog exists. Ergo shenanigans. Which is fun. Yeah, we were just looking on Xbox Game Pass for things that could be done in co-op, and supposedly this game can. And I was playing about a half an hour or so, or maybe an hour of it today. It seemed compelling enough. Might continue that on my own. The explanation
Good.
given was sufficient. Oh, good then.
You did good
just,
work.
it seemed impolite not to mention it properly, you know? So how are
Shame
you
that it
all
doesn't.
tonight?
Well, this morning is okay. I have remembered.
But how
to
are
take
you
my
doing
pills today.
tonight? Answer the question. Yeah.
Well, you know how I was doing last night. I think I was like picking
No,
up speed with my
tonight.
speech.
Tonight.
Tonight hasn't happened yet. I know what I'm going to be doing tonight, which is Silent Hill
Mm-hmm. I look
and
forward
the
to
real
that.
magic version of Zork. Return to Zork.
Yes. I was kind of astounded to see you play that and just see how smooth the animations were.
Oh, I know. Like, what's it called?
And we're back.
Even just
Yay.
the amount of extra detail that was just like, oh fuck, you can actually like make that out.
Is this like purely based on the game files, or is it like some kind of weird DVD version that came out later?
It's a MPEG version that runs off it's called a Real Magic hardware card, but no one has the
Oh.
hardware card.
Yeah.
But what's that called? Someone's finally written a DOSBox what's it called?
Pork.
Branch that
Oh,
does
yeah.
specifically Real Magic. So
Interesting. Yeah, it's a weird period where it was actually more beneficial to offload MPEG decoding, like video decoding, onto a discrete bit of hardware, purely to do with decoding video files, like not a video
Yes.
card or a graphics card, but specifically an MPEG video decoding card. It's a weirdly specific
even,
shit
like-
got back then.
Yeah, but even like what's it called? The scenes that were fully animated in the CD version have more detail in them. Like even that flyover at the beginning where it was just like, oh yeah, we're going over some green and grey blobs that are supposed to be rocks. It's like, oh, you can actually make out the leaves on these now.
I missed the start. Fucking, what are we talking about?
Return to Zork. There's a
right.
MPEG version that's
But
That's what-
relied on a
Makes sense.
hardware
Yeah.
card.
yeah.
But someone's implemented a software solution for it. Which is
Those
better
were
than
the
some
days.
games, like, what was it, the CDI version of The Seventh Guest, where it had, these much smoother videos, which was actually just the original videos played at a faster speed from what I could see.
I mean, fuck it, they looked better.
I got a couple of other games that run on this same technology. Apparently there's some Sierra games that run on it as well, but no one seems to have a copy of them. So
Probably because they
it's-
shipped copies in the double digits.
yeah. But it's probably, I was about to say that, or it could be like the Scooter's Magic Castle, like, because I've been looking for the deluxe version, and it seems it definitely came out, and it definitely voiced by Jonathan Taylor Thomas, who, the reason why I knew that he'd done it was because he was in an interview in Disney Adventures where he mentioned it, and then I was like, but Scooter doesn't talk. And it turns out that there's a version of the game where Scooter does talk. And, but no one has a copy of it. There seems to be one copy, but it's literally in a museum.
You can archive it for everybody? That just seems rude.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like, surely they could.
they said that they're quite happy to give me footage of it, or if I can get there that I can play it, but it's like, can't you just put it on a fucking archive and put it online?
Yeah, like, come on, lads.
Oh.
How dare you be the only fucking people that have this? I didn't make it. It's been a while since I haven't made round one.
In an update, Harris had gone to his dog bed that usually sits under Jayla's desk, but I wanted them up here so I could give him attention. So I brought the bed up here, which means at some point I need to buy a second dog bed for my office,
Yes.
which he will eventually destroy.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Or the cats will take over.
Yeah, but for now,
Why
I guess he
not
doesn't
both?
want to lie on the floor because it's not as comfy, but he doesn't want to lie in the bedroom because I'm not in there. But you can hear me talking in another room, he doesn't like it. So we'll get a dog bed for this room.
Was he doing the suswuff?
No, we've not had any suswaffs on stream anyway. He's done plenty of suswaffing today, actually. It's been paid in the hole, to be honest. But well, stuff barking more than wuffs, like actual barks. I'm like, there's no one outside, you dickhead.
No, but he's an
Yeah,
adorable
that's slow.
dickhead.
He is, bless him.
4.5 gig to go.
Yeah, honestly, I'm still not over the whole attacking Jayla because she asked him, "Who's that?" Just like
You know
not,
who that fucking is.
if you'd done the whole "what happens next? Vote on your phones" type of thing, I would have picked the wrong answer.
Yeah. Attacking mommy
you
is
sort
not
of-
the answer.
To be honest, if you ask him a question, and any question in an excited tone of voice, he'll just jump on you for kisses. That's
I
pretty much
see.
it's just what he does.
I see, but where does the right hook come into it?
Accidents.
He's a clumsy boy.
He's a boy.
He is a puppy. He has the jelly paws.
I got to play with a kitty cat because I stayed at my cousin's house because the train line was going to be closed.
Yeah.
And they have a very shy cat called Julia who's never really come over, but because I was there for 2 nights in a row and I respected her boundaries, she was I woke up on the first day and she was sleeping next to me.
Oh.
And then that night when I came home, she was like, "You can pet me. Pet me." But she's one of those cats that, she will chase you around and just be like, meow, meow, until you pet her.
Small scroll.
Oh.
Yeah, well, weirdly enough, Pouncer's not much of a cuddler, I find, except one time, which convoluted set of circumstances. I was living with the parents at the time, and I got home late, and the door to the upstairs section of the house was locked, because that's where they keep Pouncer at night to stop him screaming the door down to their bedroom.
Yeah.
So I slept on the couch in the kitchen, because there was still a couch in there at the time. Balls. And he came up on the couch and had a wee snuggle with me.
He used to snuggle into me when I lived at home.
Yeah?
Like, I'd wake up and he'd just be sort of pressed into the side of me, just like, I sleep now.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Summer, sorry, I've disappointed you and my whole family.
Luckily, I'm here to make up the slack.
Clearly. Story of our fucking lives, frankly.
Mm-hmm. Look, we've had this one child, but, you know, it's good to have a backup in case the first one fucks up.
No, like, we fucked this one up, but I feel we've learned our lessons.
It's a funny joke, but if we bring it up in their presence, we might actually get an answer, and I don't think either of us want that.
No, we've both found out we're accidents. We don't need any more than information than that, frankly.
I mean, we were kept. We were well raised. I'm not going to ask for more than that.
Hey, welcome to the Accidents Club. I'm in there too.
Yay.
Well,
Scott, why do you have no planning skills? Well, apparently I started as I meant to fucking go on.
I mean, it wasn't so much of an accident as much as, like, it may happen, but we're not actively going to try for it. And then 5 years after the last two, she was like, oh, I appear to be with child.
Happened again.
So I think with me it was a case of just, oh shit, well we better get married then, hadn't we?
And I suppose with Foo it was like, well, the last one worked out.
Or so they thought.
And then after that, mysteriously they were like, no more. I will not be providing details on what happened there.
I will not go down.
Well, if it did go down, then no, I'm not going to finish that joke.
No.
Look, suffice to say, everybody nearly died. And Foo continued as he meant to.
Well, I am tailless, so... Not dying so much as...
I was going to say that
abject
implies you were
failure.
born with a fucking tail.
How do you know I wasn't?
I'm sure they would have told me. But then again, I'd only been 1.5 at the time, so... So, she looked confronted, son, why?
Like, I mean, I don't know if you know, you slept with your parents much, but it's kind of like with my brother and his wife, they like their eldest child still sleeps with them or still slept with them until recently, and it's like oh, we're pregnant. It's like, but that child is very clingy to you. When did you find the time? The child, get away.
I think hypothetically, I mean, as far as I'm aware, the plan for us at some point is one and no more. But, you know, even then, you know, the minute it's old enough not to have a cot, I'm like, hey, you're a big guy now. Time to get the fuck out of our room.
Also, get a job.
In this fucking economy, yes.
Go
be cute. Go be cute for cameras. Fucking adverts might still be a thing. You never know.
Dance on the streets like it's 1895.
Because it is.
It's Kirky who would notice.
BTR, you have said the words teleporting sex cells. I might require some context on that one.
I think in the sense that my brother and his partner, his wife, being able to have a child with other child being present in their bed.
It's amazing how quickly context falls out of my skull.
At least you've got me to help pick you up.
Yes, thank
Please
you.
someone quote that.
God damn it. Okay, so are we one more game, or is the download done?
I still have 4 to go. It seems to be getting slower in these last ones.
Heck.
Well, let's have a game then.
Yeah.
Let's continue to Fallman.
I mean, if it fails to launch As in, like, it fails to get there. We have something the next time that we do Bad Batch with Jayla, at least, already.
Yeah.
The misery of robot-ruled 80s Sweden.
She'd be up
I need
for
to
it.
think of more things for Bastard Thursday, actually.
I quite like the cyberpunking. It's a shame that Cyberpunk never really got a multiplayer.
It is. I feel like with Cyberpunk, I should have got through enough of the story to really get the run of the city, so I could then just run about and level up a wee bit and just like avoid any more story missions and just be an arsehole.
See, the thing is, if they'd spent any more time on the multiplayer, it would have released in an even worse state than it did. So, kind of glad they didn't do it, in all honesty.
And it's kind of like one of those things as well, because I was thinking the other day, I was like, oh, like, Saints Row would be a fun thing to do, but if it needs to have more than 2 players. 4 bosses would be great.
Maybe they can make a multiplayer DLC. I'm sure I read a headline somewhere about they're not doing any more DLC for Cyberpunk. Like, they're sort of just going, look, we fixed it. We're knackered. We're possibly transphobic, so fuck off.
Go to Witcher 3, wait, Witcher 4.
Or whatever
Oh,
that
or maybe
Witcher
the
property
Witcher
is
3.
that's using Unreal Engine.
Witcher 3 is great, it just doesn't have multiplayer. Because, like, I was also being like, we could do, like, GTA. And then I remembered what my GTA character was dressed as. And I was like, maybe I just need to change that before going on a stream with it. I'm literally just wearing underpants and stilettos. It made sense at some point.
To be fair, my Cyberpunk character was doing that as well, because I thought I'd equipped clothes and I hadn't, so...
Yes, Twitch must have been
was
very forgiving.
surprisingly fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were surprisingly fine with the nipples. I was like, I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it.
But these nipples are gold. It's fine. It's fine. They're gold nipples.
Yeah,
Cyber nipples.
It kind of speaks to my white ass privilege, where the worst trouble I've had with Twitch is I got some kind of copyright notice, but it was during the Amiga stream. So if you're looking to use some Amiga music, skip the Lost Patrol theme, because that
Of
triggers
all
stuff.
the things.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure I played some of the Cannon Fodder song.
Balls.
I was going to say,
Right
Rivers,
there.
like, Gold Nipple sounds like a fake Bond villain or a Bond
Yeah.
villain from a erotic parody or something, like...
Gold nipple. What the fuck? No, seriously, what the fuck?
I know
No,
you're
please
you're
don't
trying to go
sue!
for the gold finger tune, but it sounded more like Moon River.
They are absurdly similar.
River.
Gold nipples. Yeah, Lost Patrol got caught and Cannon Fodder didn't. It was rather bizarre. Which is annoying because I used that in the intro as well as playing the game on stream.
Oh, I've
so
never made this.
it's not the ones where it like gives you a strike, but at the worst it said, we're going to change a setting where you don't auto-publish streams anymore, which they muted it on the stream, so I don't know what the fuck that was meant to accomplish.
Pretty much any VOD that I put on YouTube that then goes like, oh, we have found copyright. I just go like trim out the section. I'm sure nothing important happened.
I didn't even get an option, it was just like muted in my case.
Had that much trouble with that actually. Like it seems the main thing recently that has gotten copyright on my YouTube is the Batman Returns game. And even then it's like it's a cover of these tracks and I'm like, okay, I guess.
It's clearly a really good cover then.
You see, that's an old trick I used in the YouTube times, where if I wanted to use a famous track but was afraid of copyright, I'd find a chiptune rendition of it. So like, you know, go to the Star Trek Next Generation game on the SNES, for example, and use that.
Yeah. I don't know, but the last few YouTube videos I made, I just recorded my own music.
That's another way around it, yeah.
Usually,
Made sense.
like, there's a track that, I mean, you would have heard it. The track my brother wrote for his TV show. I just use that all the fucking time. It's a good track.
Do, 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 do.
Come on and own it, own it. You gotta
Actually, there was
own it.
a great video I've been watching. I've watched it a couple of times in the past few days. Someone doing analysis of The Only Thing They Fear Is You from Doom Eternal. But they're an actual music producer. So not only is it not a lazy reaction video, not only is it not just, you know, somebody's abject joy at hearing this track, which, you know, that has merit in itself, but it's like describing what's happening in the soundtrack, how certain things are done, and providing examples by like making their own music. Which is,
That is interesting.
which is pretty cool. Why don't you just
One of
grabs me?
my-
I will murder. I'll murder
Good.
someone. I'm not sure who yet. Oh my god! I finally beat this fucking level.
First time I've ever seen anyone win this.
Holy
Oh
shit!
my god.
Gordon, you may be the chosen one.
Oh fuck! Don't say that.
I was going to say in
You
terms
were
of
my
music.
brother!
You actually did have the high ground. Yeah, I was going to say, in terms of music, once we're all too jobbed up and have some fun time spending money, 7-string guitar is definitely on the list.
Yes.
Fancy.
Junt intensifies.
Indeed. Although, to go with it, I'd have to get a 5-string bass as well, so. Well, yeah, bringing revolution is right. You will eventually bring balance to the force, but first we got to set you on fire, so.
Now I forget. Do I lose all my limbs or do I keep one of them?
I think he keeps like an arm, because how else is he.
But I can't mind if
Yeah,
that's
he
the
crawls
cyber
up.
arm or
Yeah.
But, yeah, didn't he already have a cyber arm?
he did.
He had a cyber hand. I don't think it was a full arm.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was like the forearm that came off, if I recall correctly. Which, granted, I've seen those movies all the way through. Phantom Menace twice, the rest of them once. If I'm being quite honest.
Revenge of the Sith twice, but again, like, a long time ago. I'm kind of contemplating watching them again.
Some bad shit happens. I think that's an effective summary of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
whole set. Get the fuck away from me, robot boy. No, no heroin horse. I don't know how else to describe you. Horse.
Fuck, that was a. Heroin Horse was literally a lyric in a band I was in once.
What?
Yeah, it was April's Last Chance, which, for those unfamiliar with it, which was everybody, it was sort of a very pop-punky emo band, but we got bored and sort of wrote a joke metalcore song. The lyrics, if I remember correctly, were, "She's a lady, her name is Buttercup, she's a heroin horse, I carumba."
Is that the
But
entirety
frankly,
of
actually-
the lyrics?
Yeah,
Outstanding.
the song was only a minute long, but like, to be honest, it was actually pretty heavy. Like, I quite liked it.
Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh shit!
I kind of want to
Like
see how
Heroin
this
Horse.
one ends, honestly. Because it's gone
You
down
wanna
to
see if
two
Heroin Horse
platforms.
I would say these. Thank you for the digging of the lyrics. They were not mine. I was just guitar in that band.
Oh, apparently when it gets down to two platforms, it just... none of them... Yeah. So I jumped to the other one thinking, oh god, one of these is going to go down. I might as well place a bet now. And then I was kind of thinking, oh god, I should go back to the other one or set myself up to go to the other one. And completely forgot about the bars that would yeet me off like that. Okay, Samurai
This is
Pizza
gonna go
Cat should have
trouble.
gone down. Something odd's happening.
How the?
I think they're getting hit by the bar and then jumping and hitting off the bigger bar.
There must be. Yeah, there must be a exploit or something. Oh nope! Samurai Pizza Cat dies.
Yep.
Hacks. Net hacks.
Snacks, not hacks. I think Glitter
I have
Hooves needs a
2.5
sword,
gig.
preferably by Blind Guardian. I approve of this.
Mm.
We have 2.5 gigs, and I need to go tell my mother to wake up. Just give me 1 moment. I shall return.
All right,
Cool.
we shall vamp until then.
I don't
Maybe.
think I'm capable of writing something in a Blind Guardian style, to be honest. Like, just I don't think I'm technically proficient enough.
Music-wise or
like
lyrics-wise?
Yes.
Ah,
Music-wise, like new metal up to kill switch engage is roughly the level I'm at, and that's where it's going to stay.
because I feel like I could probably write something as cheesy as the lyrics for Dragon Force. I think I could get myself there, but in terms
You
of the
could
actual,
get yourself that drunk, yes.
I don't think I could pull off the musical ability with a couple of years of practice. But
Yeah, I was going to say Blind Guardian. That's power metal, isn't it? So yeah, you got to be able to fucking shred, like, and I cannot. I cannot. I'm not willing to practice enough.
and I
Let's
am
be
worse
honest
than
about
you, so I'm all right with the Jint, but that's pretty much as far as my practice will take me. Couple of years. Oh, okay. Yeah, I might be a bit optimistic on that one, Summer. You're right. Oh dear.
Yeah, we can get you recording music. I'm literally using a 30 quid USB interface and free software, and I'm fairly happy with the. I was actually the wee fake Eurovision song I did for my mate's promo. I'm actually fairly proud of that. Oh, it sounded alright. It's not the best written song in the world. I wrote a cheesy fake metal Eurovision song like as quickly as possible, but it sounded alright. I thought, I'm like, yeah, I've paid money for worse.
I just like the idea that Emily came to you with the idea of, look, what a cheesy song for entering Eurovision. How quickly can you do this? And you're like, I got you, fam.
No, the Eurovision. We were going to do something else, and then Eurovision happened. I'm like, fuck, of course. Like, if the friend in question is a professional wrestler, and her character is a sort of vapid, no self-awareness influencer. So we thought, of course, they try to enter Eurovision for Scotland, which doesn't get an entry 2 weeks after it. And I was like, cool, I can write a song. That's easy enough. I'd do that anyway. I'm sure I've got one lying about that would work. And I did. And plus, I wanted to play with the electronics and stuff, so.
I mean,
I have been enjoying
I
the painfully commercial new metal experiments.
I've not done one of those for a while. I need to get back into it, but I've been wanting to do other stuff. Just I've lost interest slightly. I need to go back to it, and if I can make it up to. Oh shit! I almost quit. If I can get even just 3 or 4 solid songs, and then oh shit! One of us quit. Was it me?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. I was just
You went
absent-mindedly hammering buttons. If I could get someone to do vocals actually, because I'm not really that comfortable doing them myself. Like, if I could get someone who could actually sing to do them, then I would happily put out like a 3-song EP, just going the most commercial new metal ever recorded in 2022.
Yes, BCR, you make a good point with the phrase amateur pro wrestling, but and yet it makes sense.
Especially in Scotland, it's fucking village. As someone who has been a pro wrestler, I can safely just call it fucking village-based clown fighting. Both in the sense of what it's meant to be and just the people involved. But that's another. Let's not go into that. That'll become a rant that'll get me in trouble.
Yeah. I don't know did either of you see Latvia's entry for Eurovision? It didn't get through to the final, but I have been playing it pretty much non-stop.
I heard about it. I've not properly seen it, but I know the line. I know the line.
Yes, good. But so it was kind of just like I was at work last night, got off the call center. First thing I popped them in, and it just goes, instead of meat. I'm like, I'm a professional.
Yeah, I have consistently worn pajama pants to work ever since 2020, so I would not have much.
Good life.
I would not much in the way of criticism to bring on to that.
You just sound very comfy, and I'm jealous.
It's absolutely a comfort thing. Like I will prioritize comfort over most things.
Mind you,
Aesthetics
now that,
included.
Usually when I work from home now, the first 2 hours I'm still in bed because I've got a desk thingy that on the bed and holds up the laptop, so I can keep my spine flat for a while. No, the call center part's very small. It's because basically I do like complex metering and investigations for the database, but we launched a new product that allows the electricians to pretty much manage their own applications, but it's the beginning of it, so they're like, we're going to need people just to explain what the fuck they need to do.
Is that we've been able to implement something that lets electricians enter their own details. We should not have done that.
Because before they were just writing it on pieces of paper, and it was just like, this doesn't, we can't read your handwriting, and what you're trying to do doesn't make any fucking sense. At least if we give you an online form, it will tell you straight away going, you can't do that.
It's like, if we give you an online form, you can't fuck it up. Wait,
yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, because I did testing for this thing, they didn't even explain some of the scenarios to us. It was just like, these are the steps, this is what you're looking for, and it was like, okay, why? And then, I literally, first day, someone said, it was kind of like, oh, why hasn't this, sent this particular type of order to, the, what's it called, retailers? And then I was just like, I don't know. I know I tested this, but I don't even know why. So I just asked my manager, and my manager just went, oh, well, this thing, didn't they explain that to you? I'm like, no.
This is why forums need clear hint text. Should have called a content designer, just saying.
Yeah, and even then,
God,
it was
kind of
qualified for this.
We had a thing yesterday where it was kind of like, can solar installers put in their own applications? And it was like, yes. And it's like, but they're not set up that way to do that.
Yeah, same, Summer. I so thought I'd fucked that one. But I do not blame you for your analysis. But yeah, it is. I want to go back through games. I'm thinking it's around 2007, maybe, to sort of look at the point where games decided that UX designer should be an actual role, and we shouldn't just let programmers implement the first thing that works.
They think of.
Well, in fairness, it might be around about then that you feel like UX design was becoming its own discipline in the same way that content design was.
Probably some overlap.
I think so, because content design as a discipline we know it now, it wasn't, when I started doing what I do vaguely, which was around about 2008, it wasn't a thing. There was writing for the web, and that was about it, which, some similar principles, but it wasn't the same thing. In fact, it was only when I was leaving Scottish Enterprise, which would have been 2015 maybe, that I felt like, content design was really starting to become this recognised term that folk were using.
It's kind of bizarre to think that you've ended up in a job that didn't exist when you were leaving school. So it's like, how the fuck was I meant to prepare for that?
That also brought me into something I was thinking earlier, where we're talking about school and what we did. How fucking useless was computing at school?
I mean, problem number one, our entire computing department was outfitted with Macs, which made the head of the department very happy, although I don't believe it was entirely his fault. It was like he was fine with it. It was more along the lines of the computer suppliers at the time. That was all they offered.
Yeah.
Because all the other departments who got computers after the computing department, they got them first. That makes sense.
We're on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had those RM machines.
But you know what happened the year after I left school?
Big switcheroo.
They got fitted with PCs, yep. Kind of wish I'd gone back at some point and just said, are you throwing out all those big bubble iMacs, or...
Oh god, yeah, we should have got one. What is it, someone you got like the UX designers, they barely do their work, then again most colleagues barely do the job. Here's a Figma I put 5 minutes into work to, but it took days, 2 weeks to get it done. Yeah. I'm lucky, the UX designers at my work are really good. They're really hard working.
It's a double-edged sword though, because on the one hand, it's a case of you're working with talented people who know their shit and you can rely on them, and that's all great. On the other hand, you're not going to get any flies on them. They know their job. They probably know your job.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Some of that was me that missed the ending. But you know, because like that's how I got my Apple IIe, because my high school still had a whole heap of them, and then they would like, I think it was year 8, they were just like, we have a whole heap of old computers. If anyone wants them, feel free to take them. And so basically, I was just like, Mum, back up the car. So I walked away with, you know, a full Apple IIe and probably about like 500 discs. Most of it didn't have anything on them, but like
Spare
just going
discs.
through and being like,
That's good.
yeah, spare disc. But just also going through and like finding programs and things that like people from like past ages had, you know, saved there on there. I found some erotic fiction written by some high school girl.
Well, I hope it was written by a high school person.
Well,
Oh god, yeah. Could have been
Yeah.
worse.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned at least one of the scandals at my high
Yeah,
school.
I know where this is going.
We had a similar one. Well, not at our high school, but a teacher who was at our high school. The scandal happened somewhere else.
Yeah, so because like he was the media teacher, and two of the like, cause it was a girls only school, and this was when I was captain of technology. Dun dun dun. But
All of it.
one of the year 12s, well, actually I suppose two of the year 12s decided for their final media project that they would film a porno with the teacher.
Oh.
And
Are you
put
sure it
on
was
the
for their
school-
final media project, or did they just really panic on the final night before submission?
I don't know. All I know is that it was found on the school network, as in they just
for
saved
God's
it on there.
sake.
And
Fucking
because I was
amateur
captain
hour.
of technology,
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm more offended by the dumbness.
yeah. And
like
I
the-
mean, I didn't find it, but I've been. I knew it was when they talked about it, because I was in the subcommittee meeting when they were talking about it, and I was like, "Wait, what? Wait, what?" It was one of my techs, as in like, so like basically it was like a weird thing where it's like you're captain of technology, and you have like a rep in every single class that makes sure that everyone at the beginning of the year signs their agreement to say we are not going to look up dirty things online.
We're not going to film a porno and put it on the school network.
I mean, I was about to say
Normally we would not be
mean,
this specific, but shit went down.
Yeah,
Every sign has a story.
because I was in the laptop class. I definitely know during second year of high school that every single girl in that laptop class was pretty much almost always on a chat server called Love to Chat, and it was specifically they were all doing the cyber sex. But it's kind of like,
Well, what else are those
know
chats
that-
for?
you're all, and I was being like, you all know that you're doing this anonymously. You're probably just cybersexing with each other in class.
Or old men.
Yeah, probably old man.
Alright, where are we at download-wise?
We are at 1 gigabyte to go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun-dun-dun.
We probably won't get it done in time for like 11ish, but at least we get something to play with next time
Yeah.
on a Z batch.
Yeah. You
Well,
want to
half
finish
a
up at
gigabyte
11?
to go.
What's being downloaded? It's a game called Generation Zero, which it's kind of like if Fallout didn't involve nukes and instead was set in 80s Sweden, which had been invaded by killer robots.
And the killer robots look like balls on legs.
No. No.
At the end, there's a picture that I'm looking at that looks a bit like that.
No.
Oh, well,
I reject that.
speaking of balls, has anyone seen the footage from
300
Sonic
megabyte.
Frontiers?
What?
I've not, no.
It looks like... It looks shite. It looks like Sega decided, what if we made Breath in the Wild but with Sonic? And it looks a bit janky as well.
I mean, the
to be
second
fair, I
one went
think
without
this-
saying, I think.
100 megabytes.
I mean, to be honest, it feels like a theme for modern Sonic in the sense of what Nintendo game are we going to rip off?
Hmm.
And put Sonic in. Like, they've done it with the Lost Worlds, like, they've done it with all sorts, so...
50
Yeah,
megabytes to go.
Honestly, most of my
20
brain
megabytes
space
to
has
go.
been taken up with the Resident Evil 4 remake announcement.
That does look cracking, doesn't it?
Which mostly mostly what's happened is my brain's been going, okay, back out of this. My brain's going, that what? Really? They're gonna... Okay, cool. Really? That one?
Sure.
Yeah. Tell you what to do. If it's only for 20 minutes, shall we give it a go and see if we can get it working?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Multi-tabby. I'll just go to the
Multi-tab.
talking screen. Multi-tab.
Halo. Twitch.
Okay.
I will very
Let's hit play.
very optimistically change the game what we are playing to something else.
Sign-ins.
Yeah, it might ask you to make an account. I made a limited account, seemed to get away with that fine.
Let's try that.
It's asked me to sign into my Xbox account.
Which is
As
fine.
it does.
Okay, and then I've got...
Ooh, cassette tape reels.
Damn it, game,
I
you were
like
short.
that as a loading.
You were capturing this a minute ago. God damn it, OBS. Also, this is probably too loud. This will be sorted shortly.
Oh, this is putting me back in the mood for Stranger Things.
It's not a million miles off, to be honest. There we go. That is a healthier noise level.
I mean, yes. Okay.
Okay, no, not matchmaking. I'll just bring the chat back up.
Terry, Rebel, Punk, Hip Hopper, Breezer, Popular Kid. I think I'll go Popular Kid. I like the skirt. And I like the blue.
Okay,
Adventure.
apparently I'm going into a game.
You are?
After World War II, blah blah blah.
Do you what's it called? Do we hit start game or do we invite? Hang on,
Oh, I had start game. Also got an Xbox noise. I don't know what prompted that.
Invite friends. Okay.
Invite my friend.
I will do this.
Yeah, you do the inviting of the friends.
Yay!
Inviting sent.
I shall accept. I shall play here. You must create character. Okay, sure.
Scott, did you create a character before I send the invites?
Yes.
So I might see you shortly.
Language, Swedish or English? English, please.
Also, Pixiku, if you're still in the chat, this is a first-person shooter game, I'm afraid, so may wish to minimize. Or indeed anybody else who's sensitive to first-person games. I just happen to know for a fact that is the case.
Can you send me another invite, my dear friend?
Of course.
Because it said I wasn't allowed to join until I created character.
Okay, doke.
Cool.
Well, it's working at least, and it looks quite pretty.
I don't see anybody. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, now I see person. This is good. This is a start. Ah, you went with the jock, I guess?
Yeah, I like varsity jackets.
We have people.
So,
Oh god, I hate to...
jacket as well, but I'm a lady.
Damn it, I hate to break the trend here. I wonder if I've got this in a bundle of some kind as well. Because I have a fair few of those. We just got it off of Xbox Game Pass. So if you would like an example of the robot, here's one.
Oh, I see it.
Seems to have been
That's Robot.
dealt with
I have a
by
flashlight.
somebody else.
Right stick to turn on.
Yeah, that'll be... Okay, I already have the flashlight, and pretty much everything here that I looted the first time I tried playing this has been looted already. So, I'm wondering
Yeah,
what's
I
going
need
on.
one of those for sure. I'm a lady. I need a hairpin for my hairs that I can
Okay,
then.
so I've got
do other shit with.
flashlight. Pretty sure
Flashlight.
this poor lad should have a gun, but he doesn't. Is the game just upping the ante on difficulty? Like, what's the game here?
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, right.
Emergency flare. Don't mind if I do.
I made a new character, yet the missions seem to be way ahead.
I have taken a boombox.
That's interesting.
There's
So
an
if we do
ashtray
bad,
next to the bathroom. Okay,
if we
motherfuckers.
do bad batch this one, I think what we'll have to do is have one of yous start the game, because apparently my hour of playing earlier was enough
It's been
to be.
included.
Yeah, which let me just double check. No, I have got fuck all in my inventory. That is not useful. So one of us is armed, and I happen to know for a fact we've got a robot coming up. Again,
I
this
have
is
found a
if
firework.
unless it's deed, which it might be. But doubly annoying. I also did quite a lot of looting in my playthrough, so there may not be much to find. But I never did check on this path last time. Swedish test TV display. Yeah, it's interesting actually. All the signs and posters and shit are in Swedish, but looking at them you get a translation to English. And I'm just going to pick up a tree. Oh, hello.
There's some barking.
Bark, bark.
Bark, bark.
Woof.
These windows don't break.
They don't. It's
I
unsatisfying.
mean, we were talking last night about my character's high heels and the what's it called? The windows on the cars that when I walk over them in stiletto heels, they just break. And I'm like, that's good. I like that.
It's quite a nice touch, yeah. Scott, where did you get the baseball bat in the house?
I didn't.
I did. That's me.
I thought I saw you with a baseball bat. No, my bad.
No, I've got first aid kits.
Got it.
That's
And the bark.
not a terrible thing to have.
Yeah, I've got a lot of first aid kits. How are you doing your jog?
Shift.
Oh, I'll put my controller down then. There was a network error. Please try again.
Oh,
okay.
shit. Try what again? Joining?
No. This is what's it called? The stream. The stream
Oh.
has left me.
It's working fine on my end, so.
Yeah.
Twitch do be like that sometimes. Or more annoyingly, I try and watch a Twitch stream on the Chromecast, and it's like
Yes, I remember us having that issue.
additional 10 seconds behind.
Have you tried one of the more recent Chromecasts? The one that has.
I've got what I believe to be the latest one that does 4K and lets you use Ethernet, and that's the one I'm having this problem with.
Because I was gonna say, like, what's it called? I think actually we all have separate. Like we can all look at stuff that is like what's it called? Lootable and find different things. Because I saw you go through stuff, and then I went to them, and it still had stuff to pick up.
Interesting. I think the problem is I've been through this before, and despite using a new character, it seems to still be.
It remembers you.
Yeah, it's still empty. Oh.
I will not go. I've got.
Yeah.
Oh.
There appears to be a robot.
And I have no weapons, so.
I have a firework.
I have a firework and a baseball bat, or a bramble bat. Pop blind.
They did like make weirdly predator type noises.
I can hear it. I just don't know where it is.
I do like how Summer's marking out over all the Swedish touches. Nice to have some expertise on hand.
Just following the two of you, being like, "Well, where's the robot? I don't see it."
It's around somewhere.
I think
don't see
it's where we're
robots.
facing.
I think it might be in this hut.
Oh, in the
It's a
shack.
deed one in there.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's no deed. It's no deed. It's very small, but it's no deed.
Shall I go and smack it?
Please.
Ah, fuck. There it is.
It's beat up robots. That is, if we have one mantra, this is it.
You little fucker.
Interesting. Those take like one bullet to take down. I hope baseball bats are actually effective. Yes, they are.
Hey.
I killed a robot.
Oh, there's another one in there.
Oh
okay,
Jesus!
go
Sorry,
on.
BTR. I don't know why I thought you were Summer. But yes, BTR. Very good to see you marking out over everything. And thank you very much for the quote. Yeah.
They take 2 smacks.
Another one.
Yeah.
Another one. Here it is.
And so that'll be the one that
Now
was
it's
in
fucked.
this hut.
Oh, did it make a
So
run for it?
good news, we'll probably get XP out of that. Bad news, there was fuck all in the hut.
Yay, we won. There's the XP.
In Sweden, you will starve. I probably will.
I mean, especially if you have to eat that extremely smelly fish. That
Oh, I would
survives
die
me.
before it reached my mouth. So, do
As
either
would
of you
I.
have objectives?
I don't know how to check that.
I and log.
The road to Saltham.
Locate and reach Saltham.
Yes.
Is that all you've got?
Yes.
So, I think
Everything
that's
else,
all I've got.
well, everything else that's in there has ticks on it.
Oh yeah, the farm, the sanctuary. So yeah, just
Yeah.
find salted pork.
Salted pork.
I'm
I'm just following Scott. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but
It's never the right thing to do.
press Z to go prone. Okay.
Oh,
and
crash.
I've locked up.
Yeah, my
Oh.
game just crashed as well.
Yeah, same.
But
All right,
that
so we
may
made
well
the start.
be where to call it.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry, I was just
Talking
watching like
screen.
my game was still going. But what's it called? It like it just looked like Scott was trying to do some weird dance.
Again, a frequent occurrence, so not entirely out of the ordinary.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I'm not allergic to fish, and I fear that the smelly fish would kill me.
Yes.
But yes, okay. So surprisingly easy to get into a multiplayer game compared to some other titles we've touched on. But yeah, not the best of it. Decides to crash, and bear in mind somebody else should host next time. So
Yes.
that we progress from the beginning rather than start off in the starting area, but all the missions are like an hour ahead. That's not useful.
Also easy to get out of. It's all good. Yeah, so what's it called? As I don't know, I don't think I mentioned it on the stream, but in I would say 13 and a half hours, I will be back with Dave on his channel, which is Wanderer 1990, playing Silent Hill 2. And then
Ooh,
an
nice.
hour and a half later, we'll be hopping over to my channel to continue Return to Zork, the real magic version. And then
Nice.
Grammar Hole at normal time, which will probably be a Discovery.
Yes, that's
Oh,
strong.
cool.
And what are you thinking on Sega Sunday, Scott?
Thinking I'll play some Sega.
Ooh.
I have no idea what the fuck I'll play, to be honest. It
I
will
have
just be
never
vaguely...
played- I have never played a Sega machine before.
Yes, some
Well, you can start
real
that next
magic.
time you're over. So I'll be doing Sega Sunday. We'll pick something Sega-ish. We'll pick something light and fluffy and easy to play, so we can just chat about it. I don't know if Jayla's doing Sunday brunch. She'll be just after night shift. She might be asleep.
Yeah.
Fair.
If
And
not,
then-
we might just bombard the Bad Batch Discord to be like, let's talk about Obi-Wan.
She might wake up.
Old Bean Kenobi.
She might wake up for Obi-Wan. That is fair. But yeah, and then it's a new week full of possibilities, except for the possibility of any of us getting Twitch famous and being able to live independently off the money. That's not a possibility. But apart from that, the world is a fucking oyster.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we-
I'm getting.
we might
I'm
get-
starting
we
to
might get Twitch
nice money
famous.
from YouTube.
But
Yeah.
I am far too lazy to get Twitch famous. And I ain't that lucky either. Like, all my luck got tapped out getting onto Geek and Sundry and that. Well, mixed results, so...
I'm starting to make some YouTube money, which is nice. Even if it is children's games that seem to be the thing that I'm getting the monies for.
If it works, it works.
Yeah. I mean, like, what's it called? After I don't know why it happened in like 2019. That's how we paid for our hotel room. I paid for it with YouTube money.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got the energy to make YouTube videos no more. I don't have the time.
I mean, my YouTube videos pretty much now are just my stream VODs, and
Yeah.
I occasionally do some non-commentary stuff now as well, such as Batman Returns PC, which should actually be going up in the next day or two.
Nice.
Batman does us
Batman.
sad. I'm the Batsman. Catwoman doesn't exist until the very end of this game.
I'm the battered man.
I'm going to punch up a clown.
Well, in fairness, I think that's a universal want.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then fucking do nothing for 3 days as even the TV goes, where is Batman? Well, there's nothing to do out there, so fuck him.
Punch clown. Yes. Alright, so...
But on that note, is there anyone worth raiding on your side?
that is an excellent question. Let's have a look.
Let's see.
There is... Yeah. There's also someone playing Silent Hill 4, and frankly, they seem... On that basis, I believe they need all the help they can get. Because what happened in their life to cause this, I do not know. But
I would stream the room.
You are very welcome to it.
Yes, I know I'm a strange person. I just really like that whole you're stuck in a place and the place is horror.
It's when the game actively just goes, no, actually, fuck you. That's where I'm like,
that does happen though. That is
less of that. So we're going to raid It's Kit actually. Thank you all for joining us. I realised it was a bit, not impromptu, but a slightly different scenario as you might be used to.
Thank you all for coming and talking.
You know what to do.
Yeah, well, good night and Kit Fisto.
Kit Fisto!
Kit Fisto!
And we have allegedly raided it.
Yeah, looks like we have.
Oh, I think there's cats in here.
And I will now need to quickly drop off because I need to take the bins out, need to do the cat's box, need to find a karate